January 26, 1945. Just after 2 p.m., in the bitter cold of Alsace, France, near the small town of Holtzwihr, more than 36 weary American GIs lie flat against the snow-crusted earth. Their new commander, just 19 years old, watches the horizon. His name, Audie Murphy. The ground trembles with the deep rumble of German artillery. Shells shriek overhead, exploding in violent geysers of dirt, ice, and shrapnel. The Americans cling to their foxholes, outnumbered, under-equipped, and unaware that their reinforcements have been delayed. They are alone, and their ordeal is about to begin. Through the haze and drifting smoke, Murphy spies movement at the tree line. What emerges chills the blood. Over 200 German infantry, supported by tanks, advancing steadily toward the thin American line. The defenders have only one armored vehicle, a single M10 tank destroyer, potent but lightly protected, hardly a match for the steel monsters grinding toward them. Murphy, a boyish Texan with the face of a movie star, already wears 2 silver stars on his chest. Now, thrust into command, he faces odds that would break most seasoned officers. Yet he orders his men, many older than himself, to fall back to secondary positions. He will stay behind. As his soldiers withdraw, Murphy clutches the radio.
Blue 2-6, this is Blue Leader. I need artillery on my coordinates. Over.
Copy, Blue Leader. Fire mission inbound. Stand by.
His voice is drowned by the sudden crack of German tank guns. Shells slam into the M10. In a blinding fireball, the destroyer erupts in flame, scattering men and shrapnel across the snow. Murphy doesn't flinch. Through smoke and chaos, he transmits the coordinates. Miles away, American artillery answers. The ground between attacker and defender explodes into thunder, throwing up smoke, craters, and fire. But when the barrage lifts, the Germans march on, unyielding. Murphy rises from his foxhole and opens fire with his M1 carbine. But against this tide, it is not enough. He drops the rifle, scrambles onto the smoldering hulk of the destroyed M10. The wreck groans with heat. Inside, its magazines still hold high-explosive anti-tank shells. One stray spark could obliterate him. Yet on the turret above, mounted and intact, waits a weapon of last resort, the heavy .50 caliber machine gun. Murphy grips the cold metal handles, thumbs the trigger, and unleashes hell. Streams of fire rip into the advancing Germans at nearly 3,000 feet per second. Infantry scatter, diving for cover. Tanks hesitate. Above the roar, Murphy seizes the radio once more, calling in fire missions with icy precision. The officer on the other end, incredulous.
Blue Leader, confirm enemy distance. How close are they?
Murphy snaps back. Just hold the phone, and I'll let you talk to one of the bastards.
Right flank. I've got a squad moving. Swinging the gun. Over.
Friendly shells rain down again. But still, the Germans surge forward. On his right flank, a squad attempts to outmaneuver him. Murphy swings the smoking barrel and cuts them down in seconds. To his men watching from the rear, the sight is surreal. Their teenage commander, silhouetted in smoke, manning a blazing gun atop a burning tank, holding off an army. The air shakes with relentless fire. German bullets hammer the wreck, ricocheting off metal, sparking around Murphy. Tank shells detonate nearby, one blast showering his leg with shrapnel and nearly throwing him from the turret. Bloodied and dazed, he refuses to let go. For nearly an hour, he rakes the field with fire, directing artillery strikes with deadly accuracy. Alone, he holds back 200 men. Alone, he buys his soldiers time. At last, the weapon falls silent. Ammunition spent. Exhausted and limping, Murphy clambers down from the burning machine and stumbles back to his men. Behind him lies a scene of carnage. Craters, twisted metal, and dozens of fallen enemy soldiers. A vision torn from Dante's Inferno. Any other man would have collapsed in the snow, but not Audie Murphy. Rallying his shaken company, he orders a counterattack. Against all expectation, the Americans surge forward, pushing the Germans back into the forest. When the smoke clears, nearly 50 German soldiers are dead or wounded at Murphy's hand alone, not counting those crushed beneath the rain of artillery he had summoned. His men, stunned and inspired, know they have witnessed something they will never forget. For his actions at Holtzwihr, Audie Murphy received the Medal of Honor. One soldier who saw him that day called it the greatest display of guts and courage I have ever seen. Overnight, Murphy became a national hero, but to him the word hero never fit. Bravery, he once said, is just determination to do a job that you know has to be done. I just fought to stay alive, like anyone else, I guess. And yet, on that frozen January afternoon, a 19-year-old Texan stood alone against an army and changed history. If you were moved by the story, make sure to subscribe for more cinematic World War II documentaries. Got an idea for a future episode? Drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next